Well, good morning. Welcome to Thought for the Day on this beautiful Monday morning. Just explanation of why Terry isn't here today. He had his second vaccination on Friday and had quite a bad reaction to it and still wasn't feeling too good yesterday, so he's asked if I can look after this. So do hold him in your prayers. We'll hope to see him again soon. Also on Friday, I did something quite novel, or Helen and I. We went round to a meal with some friends. We sat in their garden, as you have to at the moment. I put on 4 layers of clothes and brought a couple of extra ones, so it is still April. It was a nice day on Friday, but still I went up from 4 to 6 layers at times just to keep warm enough sitting outside. But with that done, it was a lovely time. We just sat around and chatted at a safe distance in their garden. The kids were playing, had a really good time together. But one thing particularly really made it a fantastic evening for me. And that was simply a question that one of our friends asked me. He said, "What have you found life-giving in the last few months?" I have to admit, at first I was a bit floored by the question because I've been feeling quite got down really by the latest lockdown, even some of the easings of restrictions as we have to kind of keep reinventing things. So I just found a bit wearying. So the idea that there could have been life-giving things in this time, I was a bit. What do you mean? I wanted to tell you all about all the things I found not life-giving, and hope you'd encourage me a bit. But he's got a way of asking questions that suggests that he wants an answer. He doesn't want a trivial answer. And so I thought, and I mentioned something, and I talked a bit about it. Then I realised I'd missed something else, and I talked about that. And then there was another thing. And then I thought, oh, goodness, I've been talking too much. So I asked them a question, so it wasn't just all about me talking. And they talked about things that have been happening with them, which were equally encouraging. But his question got the kind of thoughts bubbling, and by this stage, when they talked to me a bit, I said, "Well, so actually, there's a few more things I want to share." And after about 20 minutes, I realised I'd listed a whole stream of things that had happened in the last few months, which have been really life-giving, and which I just hadn't even really been aware of. And I mentioned that. I thanked him. It was quite a remarkable experience. I felt different at the end of it. And I was thinking that when we talk about encouraging one another, and we do it in the services each week, Sunday by Sunday, and give people a chance to say what's happened that would encourage others. People talk about what's happened to them, and it's good. It's good to hear what's happening. But actually, my friend Fred was able to encourage me, not by telling me anything that was happening to them. In fact, if he had told me encouraging things happening there, it might actually have had almost the opposite effect. I am glad about what's happening there, but I could easily have compared what's happening there with what's happening here, and thought, oh, I wish that would happen here. But his question, what has happened? What's been life-giving for you? His question was the most encouraging thing he could possibly have said. So I wonder if we want to be obedient to the commands that run through the Bible to encourage one another. We might do well simply to ask a question, rather than to try to find something good that's happened that might well make others actually feel low. Rather to find that question, maybe that very simple question: what have you found life-giving in the last few months, or even this week, or even today? I wonder what you have. God bless you as you reflect on that.